In this video, I am going to discuss certain do's and don'ts that you absolutely have to remember when you're writing an essay. Number 1, do not use any vulgar expressions or cuss words like crap, shit, bloody fool, goddamn. No, they are not allowed in ICSE essay writing. Please do not use such words. If you want to portray a negative character in your story, you can use some of these words, the lighter ones, but always use them within inverted commas in your dialogues, not outside the dialogue. Even if you're writing a story, do not use these words outside inverted commas, outside the dialogue. And forget about the other essays. Descriptive, narrative, argumentative. You absolutely cannot use these words, these kinds of words, these slangs, vulgar expressions and cuss words in any of your essays. So, please do not use these words. Especially as a narrator, you cannot be judgmental at all. You cannot use these words and you cannot be judgmental as a narrator. Present facts about a person, if that person is a negative sort of person, if that person is doing bad, evil things. Present facts about that person, what that person is doing, how that person is treating others, what their opinions are. Just present the true facts about the person, and your readers will automatically know what kind of a person you are talking about. So please do not use any such vulgar cuss words and refrain from being judgmental as a narrator. If you're writing about a negative sort of a character, just present the facts about the person and let the facts speak for themselves. The readers will automatically read about that person and understand what kind of a person he, she or they are. You do not have to explicitly mention anything bad about a person. Number 2, be morally and politically correct. Do not use derogatory words for elders. For example, you cannot write, "My uncle is a stupid man." No, please do not use such negative derogatory words for elders, for parents, uncles and grandparents. Even if you are using negative words, you have to use them very tactfully, very diplomatically. You have to use your cleverness to write it in such a way that it doesn't seem overtly negative. For example, if you want to write, "He is a miserly man," you can instead write it this way: "He was not kind enough to pay a penny to the beggar." So do not write "he was a miserly man," because that kind of reflects that you are a judgmental person. You're labeling someone as miserly or as a stupid man. Do not do that. Write, "He was not kind enough to pay a penny to the beggar." If you're writing about any particular teacher, then do not write, "That teacher was harsh to her students." Instead, be clever and write, "That teacher was not gentle or not kind to her students." It conveys the same meaning, but you do not have to use a negative word. So, you can use certain words, certain neutral words like strict. Strict is not a negative word. You can use the word strict for teachers or parents, that doesn't really matter. But overtly negative words like miserly or stupid, harsh, try to change these words with positive words. Use a "not" before the positive word. Not gentle, not kind, not generous enough, or not kind enough. This is how you should write. And now I do not mean that you always have to be singing praises about the adults and that elders can never do any wrong. No, I'm not saying that. Elders can also make mistakes. Everyone is flawed. But what I'm saying is, your presentation of facts, your presentation of these characters should be done in a diplomatic and tactful way. Do not use these words, these overtly negative words, because it is very immature if you use these words and label people as miserly, stupid, and so on and so forth. Present your facts in a very diplomatic way. If you see a child being very badly treated by someone or being beaten up by someone, you do not write, "I was so angry that I wanted to slap the man," or "I wanted to curse him from the bottom of my heart." No, don't write things that "I want to slap the man." It's a very immature and childish way of thinking and writing. Write instead that "I felt very, very powerless. I felt very helpless, that I couldn't do anything for the child." Write about your powerlessness, your helplessness, and what is happening right in front of your eyes without labeling anyone as anything. So be very, very tactful, be very, very diplomatic when you're writing an essay. Your anger, your bitterness, your hatred shouldn't reflect in your essay. Your goodness should reflect in your essay. Your positive outlook, your positive attitude as a student should reflect in your essay. Also, be very, very politically correct. Do not write against any political party, any political leader. Do not mention any names. Do not discriminate against any religion, any caste, creed, race, color, or gender. Please do not. Be very, very tactful in whatever you're doing. If you're writing against any political party, do not mention the name of the party. Do not mention the name of the political leader, because you do not know what kind of a person your examiner is and who he or she supports, which political party. You do not know that. So please do not take any risks. Your personal prejudice should not color or taint your essay. Approach the essay as a student, as a teenager who has a positive outlook, who has a positive attitude. So your anger, bitterness, hatred, none of it should reflect in your essay. Number 3, use appropriate vocabulary. Do not use general adjectives like good, bad, nice for every kind of situation in your essay. Use of appropriate vocabulary is very, very important. Be specific about what you are writing. Do not use the same words over and over again in your essay. For example, "He is a good man." Good in what way? He could be kind, helpful, trustworthy, selfless, honest. Be specific about what you mean by good. Do not just write "He is a good man." Specify the quality that you find good in that man. Try and use these specific adjectives instead of broad generalizations. Similarly, "He is a bad man." What is it supposed to convey? Bad how? In what sense? He can be violent, he can be dishonest, untrustworthy, selfish, impolite. So, specify the quality that you do not find good in a particular character. Similarly, suppose say you write "The food was nice." Again, it's a very vague generalization. Food can be delicious, appetizing, mouth-watering. So, mention that particular quality that you liked about the food. Another example is, "Her dress was very nice." Again, It is vague. Use the words attractive, striking, colorful, well-tailored instead. Try not to use regional words in your essay, like amma for mother and bhai for brother. Even if you are using these words, put them within double inverted quotes, that is, in dialogues, when you are writing a story or a narrative essay. Students also have the tendency of using regional words when they are naming food items like roti, achar, dal, dosa, papad, etc. Once again, if you are using these words, these regional words in your essay, put them within single inverted commas. Do not use flowery, bombastic words in your essay. There are no extra points for using these kinds of words. Whenever you are using a word, a new word, make sure you look that word up in the dictionary or Google it beforehand. Google the word, look for its meaning, look for its usage, how it is used in a sentence before writing a new word in your essay. Suppose you've heard someone say the word mesmerizing and you liked that word very, very much and you really want to use that in your essay. But then you end up writing, the food was very mesmerizing. Now that's going to be hilarious, because how can food be mesmerizing? Mesmerizing is a quality that describes beauty. A landscape can be mesmerizing, the sunset can be mesmerizing, a person can look mesmerizing, but food can never be mesmerizing. So please refrain from using words that you do not know the meanings of. There are no extra points for using flowery, bombastic words. Use clear, lucid language and grammatically correct sentences. Always remember, your ideas should be profound, but your language should be simple. Number 4, and this is a very, very important point. Use the correct tense while writing. It's an extremely important point, and it's very, very important to read the essay topic properly, to analyze it and write your essay based on the tense that the question demands. Now, how to determine what tense to use in your essay? Let us take 3 different examples. Number 1, describe how you spend a usual Sunday, or describe your city at dawn. Here you obviously have to use the present tense, because you are asked to describe a usual Sunday. It is something that comes every single week. It's not like you are asked to describe one particular Sunday that has already happened in the past, you've already experienced it, and you have to remember that Sunday and write about it. No, you have to write about a usual Sunday, meaning how you usually spend your Sundays every single week. So, it is obviously going to be in the present tense. Describe your city at dawn. Every dawn, not one particular dawn. How your city looks at dawn. This is something, once again, that happens every single day. So, naturally, you have to use the present tense in your descriptions. Number 2, narrate an incident that you recall with happiness. Now, what's the meaning of recall? Recall means to recollect or remember. So, whenever you have these words, recall, recollect, remember, it's an obvious suggestion that this particular incident has already happened in the past. Now you need to remember it and write about this incident from your memory. So, obviously, here you have to use the past tense because you are remembering about an incident that has happened in the past. Number 3, what are your plans after school? Which career do you wish to pursue? And where you wish to see yourself after 10 years? Now, the most important thing about this question is that it has 3 different subcategories. What are your plans after school? Which career you wish to pursue? Where you wish to see yourself after 10 years. 3 different subcategories, and this is the kind of essay that is very, very easy to score, provided you do not miss any of the 3 subcategories. However, what are your plans after school? You are still in school and you have to write about your plans after school. This is something that is going to happen in future. Which career do you wish to pursue? Once again, this is something that will happen in the future. And where do you see yourself in the next 10 years or after 10 years? So after 10 years, you already know you have to write about something that will happen after 10 years. So obviously it's in the future once again. So here you have to use the future tense. It's very, very simple. Just read the question properly and you'll know what tense you must use. At times it also happens that a particular essay topic demands more than one tense. Let's take the previous example once again and change it a little bit. What are your plans after school? Which career you wish to pursue and why? Where do you see yourself after 10 years? So, this and why has been added to this question. Now, this and why section has to be answered in the present tense, whereas all the other subcategories, the 3 subcategories, have to be answered in the future tense. Now, I am going to explain to you why you have to answer the and why section in the present tense. Suppose you want to be a doctor or a teacher. That's the career you wish to pursue after school. So, why do you want to be a doctor? Or why do you want to be a teacher? That is what you have to write in the and why section. Now you can write You want to be a doctor because it is a noble profession. Doctors help the sick and the ailing. You might want to become a teacher because teachers educate young minds. They mold characters. They develop personalities besides imparting knowledge. See, it's all in the present tense. You cannot use the future tense here. You have to write in present tense. So, it is very, very important to determine what tense your essay demands. Whenever you get your question paper, read the essay topic over and over again very, very carefully to analyze it and determine what tense it demands, and then start writing your essay. Because if you write in a different kind of a tense, suppose your question demands that you write in past tense, you need to recall something from the past and you write it in present tense, then you lose all your marks there. It's a major mistake which you must avoid at all cost. So remember to read the essay topic very, very carefully and then start writing your essay based on the tense it demands. That's all for this class. Stay tuned for the next class where we are going to learn about more do's and don'ts that you absolutely need to remember in order to write flawless essays. Thank you.